Heyo, and welcome to Omnibroslive on a Monday. Hauls, previews, and reads. I'm Opie Omnidog, as I am known on Mondays, joined by Gabe the Babe, who loves 90s comics.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend.
Special shout filling in nicely.
Oh, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if I got to like sacrifice bugs in my backyard or beard oil or something.
It's nice and dark.
Trying. Special shout out to Lionheart in the chat. Met him at the comic book convention, the amazing Las Vegas comic book convention on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Hung out for a minute. Yeah, hung out for a while. He was there, Vegas? Jess. He witnessed me haggle that price for that book. He was with me when I was doing the deal at that booth for those books. Yeah.
And is he also from Vegas, or did he just come to the show?
No, he's out here visiting. He's from Boston.
Oh, okay.
He's out here, so comic book convention. There was a busy weekend in town. I didn't realize it was the convention, which is probably the least important thing. Because then there was also Life is Beautiful. There was a Raider game. There's a Cornello fight. Yeah, there was a lot going on in Vegas. So yeah, there's a lot.
Seems like there always is. And a couple people are asking about Geo. He is okay. He's soaking wet and without internet or power. But he's okay. He's not, I don't think he got flooded out or anything. There's just a ton of water. But he's without power, so Gabe's running the show tonight. But Geo seems to be doing okay.
Yeah. For everybody who doesn't know, Geo lives in Puerto Rico and there's a hurricane. But apparently the worst of it has passed, so he's good. So yeah, good news on that front. So stay safe out there, Geo.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers are with you. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember hearing that that last week, Kenny, that you had ordered that. That's a good book.
Vision. I remember when that first came out. Oh, he's talking about the 2005 printing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
that thing's out of print.
That one that came out like right when like WandaVision was coming out.
Yeah.
And nobody it just went over everybody's head and it sold out really quick. That's what happens with these shows, everybody. Like keep an eye on these shows coming out because when these shows hit, everything sells out. Happened with Sandman. All those deluxe hardcovers are gone.
Oh, they are?
WandaVision. Yeah. At least the first couple, I believe, are gone. But yeah, these things always sell out. Same thing happened. Not so much with Paper Girls, but like the WandaVision, a lot of stuff, all those WandaVision, like Scarlet Witch books are kind of going really fast. So what do we got coming up next? Black Panther. So I'm thinking some Wakanda books maybe to check out.
And if you want to get new books,
that's right.
InStockTrades.com is the place to go where you can get your books up to 50% off in their sales section, sometimes 65% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. At the end of every month, which is, I think, next Monday, if I'm right, we give away a free gift card from IST worth $50 to a lucky viewer out there. Kenny Crayley won it last time. Who will win it this time? Thanks to IST for donating that gift card every month for like the past 5 years. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They also $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Excellent. It's been a while since I heard you do the ad there, Jess. It's,
you missed all the mouth harp I used to do. I forgot to bring it with me.
I remember the mouth harp. Yeah.
Lou's wife is the one that really appreciates that. I really do it just for her.
Nice. Very cool.
Lionheart got some stuff from Torpedo.
Yeah, he went to Torpedo today. He sent me some pictures of some of the stuff he got. He got some. He got a CGC book.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make Lou wait. He got the
17 in the green room right
He's
now?
in the green room now, but he can wait a minute.
Well, he got what? A CGC book? What else?
Yeah, he got a CGC 9.8 Mark Brooks, like Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
It's Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman all together, like on a car. I forget what issue it is. But it's really nice. And then he got the 7 to Eternity hardcover as well, which I'm sure we'll be talking about throughout the show today, everybody. So
yeah, I saw your video on that. I am excited to get home and read it.
I've never read it, so it was a complete blind buy because it's one of those books. Same with like Astral City. When anybody mentions it, it's amazing. It's fantastic. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. I forgot about Lou.
There's Lou. How's it going, buddy?
What up, brother? You're muted, son.
Hey, how's it going?
Also known as Internet Bully Lou, trying to bully me into buying the Ghost Rider HasLab.
Oh, you know you want that Ghost Rider HasLab.
No, I do not want that.
For context, in our chat, everybody, we were talking about that Hasbro Lab,
HasLab,
Robbie
Ghost
Reyes.
Rider. Yeah,
it's like a Kickstarter style for the Robbie Reyes Marvel Legends, but it comes with like the souped up, Fast and Furious muscle car, but it's like $350. Like that's a real life car payment, So they want that for the toy.
Yeah,
but it's cool. Dude, I loved it. I saw it and I was like, oh man, I was thinking it was gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be like a regular like toy and a car. And I was like, oh, maybe that's like $60 to $75. I thought it was gonna be just like the regular mass market thing, but not a $350 like super collectible one that they have. So in the chat, we're kind of pressing, we're totally peer pressuring, Jess into buying it. So stay tuned to a future Omnibros Monday's haul episode where he will be showing it off.
Now Gabe is an internet bully.
But it comes with Mephisto, right? Or that's what the rumor looks like?
That's one of the unlocks, and another unlock is the human face Robbie Reyes, which who cares? Give me his brother. Give me his brother Gabriel, because his name's Gabriel.
Here's Rodimus Prime wanting the leading Hispanic authority on comics. That would be me, wants me to speak Spanish. Buenas noches. Just sobreviví a Fiona. Sobreviví.
No idea what any of that means.
Sobreviví. I lived through Fiona.
Is Fiona the Storm?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Shrek movie or something.
I thought he meant Fiona Staples. Okay, so he lived through the storm, still no electricity or water yet. Ooh, no water. Ooh. I also got a Torpedo Comics t-shirt so I can represent Torpedo Comics. That store is boss. Yeah.
Just had a good time there for sure.
I did. I had a great time at Torpedo Comics.
You got VIP access to the back room and hung out with J. Scott Campbell and Adam Hughes.
Yeah. You guys had a legit green room back there where we could hang out with snacks. They had liquor at 10 in the morning. That was great.
Dude, I've drunk with just about everybody that did a signing there. Like, I really got smashed with Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo once.
Did you go to lunch with them, or was it
no? That was during the signing. That was during the signing. We would take shots there at the table.
Yeah.
Then go to lunch together and just it'd basically be a liquid lunch.
What was the funnest person that you drank with while you worked at Torpedo?
I don't know about funnest, but the most interesting was Ryan Otley.
I can see that. I
don't know if I can even get into it, but some of the stuff he was saying, like he was really opening up personally, because I've known him for a while. He's done signings out here at other stores. I've bought artwork from him before. I've ran to him at conventions in Salt Lake City and all over the country. I'm not saying we're buddies, but like for some reason, like he just kind of opened up all this like personal stuff about like he's like, I think he was no longer married. He's smoking weed now and like stuff like that. He left. He and again, I don't know if this is speaking out of school. I don't know if he mentioned it to me, but he left the Mormons. Like he was Mormon and he left that. And I was like, that's interesting. Like I'm not going to get into any details, but I was like, tell me more. But it was such an interesting thing to hear somebody just to kind of discuss their kind of breaking of faith and changing their lifestyles around it. How that when you leave the church, it's not like Scientology, but it has that where it's like you're kind of an outsider a little bit afterwards and stuff. But yeah, he's probably the funnest because he was like a straight edge dude, and then he was just bellying up to the bar with me and hanging out. So it was kind of cool to see that. I've seen him at one section of his life, and then him at another section where he was more exploring, the world.
I liked hanging out with Adam Hughes and J. Scott Campbell in the beginning because it was like 10 a.m. and they were fresh and excited to do stuff. They were, I mean, I was telling Adam Hughes how much I enjoyed his art, and we got a picture with both of them. And I told J. Scott Campbell how much I enjoyed his art, blah, blah, blah. And then by the end of the day, they were both silent. It had been like 7 hours of signing, and I couldn't get a word out of them. I think they just wanted to go to bed.
Yeah. If anybody goes to a signing or even like a convention with their signings, those guys are there all day.
Yeah.
Like they'd never leave their table unless they probably go to like a potty break or something like that. Or if they got a panel at a convention. But like in a store signing, especially at Torpedo, they stayed like until everybody was done. Like it would run hours over the scheduled time a lot of times. So you got to be really appreciative of these people when they do this, and give them a little bit of slack if they're not, super chipper and shake hands
especially at the end of the day. I got that. I understood that, and then I saw him right after that at Baltimore. And his wife recognized me. He didn't, but his wife did, and she's in charge of selling his originals and stuff like that. And that's when I got the limited edition print of Magic that was so cool. There were only 100 made, although they're not signed and numbered like that. They are signed but not numbered. But she said there's only 100, and I said, okay, I'll take it. So
did she sign her name on a sticky note and put it in the book?
I'd show it to you if I was at home, but it wasn't expensive considering it was limited edition. And I love Adam Hughes. I just ordered his. They're doing a bunch of covers for the Harley Quinn anniversary special. There's probably 10 covers. There's a 1 in 25 by Amanda Connor, but there's one by Adam Hughes, so I ordered that.
Can't turn down a good Adam Hughes cover.
No. The only
those things, especially if it's like a hot chick cover, like
yeah.
they disappear. They disappear and then they go up in price. Like you can even look back. I don't know if you have these books, but that Zatanna run he did of covers. Those things are pricey.
It's the Legion of Superheroes with Supergirl.
That's the big one. That's that whale one.
Whale.
Yeah. With her on the asteroid and stuff. Yeah. I've probably seen like 2 of those come across my time at Torpedo. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy to see that twice.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even like in the store, like people selling it to us. That's like one we had in the store and one somebody brought to that signing. Those are the only times I've ever seen that book.
Hey, here's a question. Does Torpedo have well, we know they have the vault, but like the vault I imagine is exclusive for like the top clients that they would show up and stuff like that, and you guys trusted, right?
It was open. It was just another room.
They let me walk in.
It wasn't even like a vault. Like it was a regular door designed to look like a vault. Okay. So it wasn't like some like bank thing where it took 3 people to turn the key at the at the same time. But it was just left open because everything was behind like glass, and inside of it looked like the inside of a safe, like with all the safety deposit boxes on the walls and stuff like that. It was really cool. But it was open to the public. We just opened the door and people would just walk in and take pictures and stuff like that.
And it was full of unbelievable keys. Like when I was there, I think there was an Amazing Spider-Man 1 in like 7.5 or something.
Oh my God.
There. It was, multiple thousands of dollars for that book.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that's a cool store. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've got to make a trip out to Vegas one time and check out the store because I've been dying to check out Torpedo. I know, Gabe has raved so much about it and stuff like that. I mean, you've had plenty of guests. What's the one guest that's been like a machine at Torpedo where he would just go nonstop signing and interacting with fans all day?
Oh God, I gotta think. Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
Oh, Jim Lee, dude. That he was a workhorse. He'd be there open to close and stay late, and then go out and fucking party and go out to dinner with everybody. He's a champ, dude. And he's one of the nicest guys too that you're ever gonna meet. Would be Jim Lee, and he's super humble and he's very, very, very knowledgeable about comics. Like he's a big comic fan. Like, he'll talk your ear off about like Frank Miller Daredevil or John Byrne X-Men, stuff like that. And we'll just sign all day and do sketches and stuff like that. Like he's an awesome guy to do it. And that's why like at conventions he'll do it for like an hour or 2. That's all you can really do. Most of these guys would do like an hour or 2. But like these store signings, it would be like a 12-hour shift.
Yeah, he did a podcast with Kevin Smith a few years ago that if you ever want to know what it takes to be an artist in the industry, Listen to that, and he breaks down what he did to break into the industry and become an artist, the artist that he is today. He was, I think, he was going to he was supposed to go to medical school, and he said, "No, I'm not going to do that." And he took, I think it was like 2 years off or something like that. He talked to his parents. He's like, "Look, I'm going to draw nonstop for 2 years. I'm truncating it, and I just want to see where this will take me." And lo and behold.
Yeah, he got up every day and like he had the job already. He would just work 8 hours straight until, you know, he's fast. And he got to the point where I think he was able to do like 2 pages a day, you know, which is a lot for that. But yeah, he just worked like he had the job. And then he said, because he went to medical school. I don't know if he's a full-on doctor, but I know he has his degree in something. And with the money he got from like X-Men #1, he paid his parents back for his tuition, which is really cool. Yeah.
I would love to. Jim Lee's right up there on somebody I'd like to spend time with and get to sign my stuff.
He's the nicest guy too, because like John could be abrasive. Like he's a rock star, you know, but he's that really strong personality, so he could be abrasive, and he'll like give Jim Lee crap all day long, and Jim Lee's like, whatever, dude, you know. Like,
he was, you know, care. John was really humble with me. Yeah. When I was talking to him, he was like, "Oh, you're from Virginia." Yeah, I'm in a band, and we were setting up to play a show, and our lead singer was playing basketball for 7 hours somewhere in Virginia, and he was late for the show. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I am aware. I just said to myself, I'm aware you're in a band, and that band is kind of really huge. But he was really humble. He's like, I'm in a band, and our basketball playing lead singer screwed us over for 5 hours and the show was late.
Yeah, you got stuck in traffic or something like that. And you were like, "Oh, it's probably on that one freeway," and you mentioned the freeway or something.
I did, yeah. I'm sure it was the Beltway.
Yeah,
yeah.
Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, and if I go back, I want to play that Kiss mini golf course, and then the neon sign graveyard or museum. That's what I want to see, and another piece of giant pizza.
Oh man, that place was great. We got to get everybody out here, or we all got to get together one time sooner or later, I guess.
I'm kind of pretty much up for it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But we were discussing earlier in the green room the 7 to Eternity hardcover that you did a review for.
Yeah, so everybody check that out here on the Omnibros channel. Keep an eye on the Omnibros channel. We'll be doing a little bit more than just live streams sometimes. So I'm going to be throwing up some videos and stuff.
That book was like 4 years in the making because of the artwork. I'm not kidding.
Like I said, I've never read the book, right? So, you know, I'm flipping through it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, how many issues are in here? Because it's a big book. 17. I was like, there's 17 issues. That's it? Like, this thing went on forever. I know, but I was like, 17 issues? It was completely oblivious to me, that whole entire series. So I was shocked it's only 17. I was thinking it was at least like 32 or something. It's
kind of complex because there's a lot going on in it. So I don't think it's a book you're going to want to take a break in, sort of like Hickman's Avengers. If you walk away from it, you're sort of going to forget everything.
It happened to me.
But I found that 7 to Eternity story very compelling and very well written. And then the Jerome Pena art is just the big lollipop there that it's spellbinding art. So I understand.
It's painted, but not quite painted. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of water. He does. He's in a different dimension.
I can see why it took so long. When you get a look at the art, you'll understand why it took so long. I'm just pleased that it got finished.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's happened. Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah. William Lee, I think it's out of stock at Diamond. So you may have to go to Amazon or someplace because there's only 8,000 copies. Is that right, Gabe?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because it was so like tremendously expensive to make.
Yeah, so you may have to go to Amazon to find it because all the online sites sold out almost right away.
Oh, and if they're out at Diamond, that means they're out. Like Diamond would be the hub, basically. So if they're out at Diamond, then that means stores are not able to get any more. So whatever, and this is just assuming. I'm not sure where IST or anybody else's orders are in the loop with Diamond.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I don't know if they've already placed an order ahead of time before it sold out or whatever, because you can make orders throughout the time that the books are coming out, and you start seeing it selling out. You can make orders. So either way, if Diamond's sold out, then that means stores are not getting any more than what they've already ordered. So basically, what's on the shelf, what's on the websites, might be it.
Okay,
maybe they'll get a restock depending if they had an order put in time, but it's going to be scarce at this point. Maybe, I'm guessing. I mean,
William,
that's the fact.
just so you know, right below, Colin Kennedy tells you where he got his copy, and he got it yesterday. Since not there, yeah, there. So I would hop there since IST's out of it. I would not wait on that.
Or find it locally. Check your local stores. That's what
true,
Lionheart
too.
did. Lionheart got one here in Vegas at Torpedo. So
it was cool. Rick Remender actually, he liked it, right?
no, he not only did he I posted. Everybody follow us on Instagram as well. There's a lot of good stuff going up there. So I posted the video I did on our channel or on the story of Instagram. And with that, people can reshare it and stuff if you tag them. So I tagged them in it and he reshared it. So that's really cool.
That's boss.
Yeah. I messaged him. I was like, hey, man, thanks for that. That was really cool. Hoping that he would. I was trying to open up a conversation and be like, can you come on my show with my friend and us and talk about why only 8,000 copies? I would love to have that discussion. Like, how did I come across? 8,000. Did you feel comfortable with that? Or are you going to just do it the way you're just, that's it and you can do it? But, that'd have been a fun conversation, but he never replied back. So,
yeah, he's a big collected edition guy. He loves those deluxes and stuff like that. So,
those big giant ones.
That's why he produces them. And he always has. Like, I have those Fear Agents still, the original Dark Horse ones, and they're a tad bit taller than this one, but it's that same kind of like design with the spine, with the hard spine and everything.
He'd be something really interesting to get on because he would actually know how to talk about this stuff, the collected editions and everything like that. So.
Yeah, I tried. Maybe we should we'll talk about this behind the scenes. Let's get some more people on here. We'll see what we can do. Anyways.
Well, I didn't haul anything. I did read, but I didn't haul.
Did you?
Rick Nelson is coming Wednesday, and we're going to go visit the cartoon school that has the Charles Schultz Library, and we're going to get a tour of that. That's what you want to use, William, if you go to that place. I don't want to pimp our current Omnibroslive sponsor, so I won't say it out loud. But thank you, Razor. So Rick Nelson's coming. We're going to go to a comic book store, Newberry Comics. We're going to go to the best donut place in Vermont, which is near Newberry Comics. And then we're going to go. Actually, we're going to do a lot more eating than shopping. We're going to go to a great diner. But Rick Nelson's a great guy, and he's coming from like an hour and a half away just to hang out. So I'm looking forward to it.
But that's what's fun about visiting other places. If I go to another place, I hit up comic book stores. I like to see, because every store had its own personality, So it's like, oh, this is a collected edition store. This is a store that really has a lot of trade paperbacks. Oh, this is, the back issue store. They always have their own kind of things. So I like to see what's there. And that's how you find like whale books and stuff like that, is by looking at, you find that stuff not online. You find that stuff going to comic book shops. It's always
right. James, did you see his comment?
James Abel, I think you might be able to get Henry Abrams on the show. I don't think he's working on anything. Can talk about Spider-Man Bloodline. See
what secret pictures he has of Sarah Pichelli to get her to draw his book.
That poor woman.
Wait, what's the new one she's doing with Steve Orlando? It's going to be Scarlet Witch.
Steve Anchor Orlando.
Dude, I'm so out of touch with current books. I have no idea what's going on or what to read or anything like that. I've been just staying back and trying to absorb what other people are saying. That's good. I'm not hearing much. I don't know, other than Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil for the last couple of years.
I mean, Nightwing is great.
Okay, I've heard that too.
Yeah, you could always rely on him. So
yeah. Can't go wrong with Tom Taylor stuff.
No, you can't go wrong with Tom Taylor. Nightwing is great. His Dark Knights of Steel is really fun. That's a really cool book. So all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm going home to that too.
Tom King dropped the Supergirl series that was apparently really good. I need to read that.
Oh, Lou, that's one of my books of the year.
Yeah, I need to read that.
That is, I think that might be my all-time favorite Tom King book. And
Which one? I'm sorry, I missed out.
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know you did another book. Last thing I remember him doing was Strange Adventure and then Rorschach.
Yeah,
I think
this thing's a paperback, and I think a lot of people are waiting for it to come out in deluxe hardcover, but I couldn't wait. I love that book. I did a review on it, and I just gushed.
Max Abelman says everything Ewing is doing at Marvel is 10 out of 10. Has his Venom gotten better?
Yeah.
Because I read those first 2 issues, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Nothing against it. I would just say, but Immortal Hulk, freaking top tier book for sure.
It's a modern day classic.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
That's the interesting thing about Hulk. A lot of people have good runs on Hulk. Hulk has a lot of good runs and a lot of bad ones too. But like he has huge runs throughout his stuff. I think a lot of seminal stuff in that Hulk universe. Speaking of, you guys want to do hauls? Jess, you didn't get anything? Lou, did you get anything? No,
I don't got anything, man.
It's gonna be the Gabe show. Okay,
it's gonna be the Gabe show.
All right, so everybody check it out. I did go to Amazing Las Vegas, our local comic book convention here in Las Vegas. So not great show. Some people might know it maybe because he used to do Amazing Arizona and Amazing Hawaii. Jimmy J. He's also been on the show before. Yeah, we had him on the show before talking about Amazing Comic Con before. Love the show. It's my local show. It's my favorite show. Besides like WonderCon, like comic book wise, like it's all comic books. There's no like movie stuff there really. There's very minimum like cosplay in terms of like cosplay like panels or cosplay like events and things like that. It's mainly like on the floor is mainly comic book stores. It's all shops and comics and comics and comics. You got your pops, you got your artist alley and your I stole the image off the internet and printed it, print places, the typical stuff there as well. But this is a beautiful show for comic books. Great show, great guests. So I'm going to show some of the stuff that I picked up. Now I'm going to start off with something big just to kind of keep everybody's attention as I go through some of the other stuff.
Pictures of Elizabeth Olsen?
That's exclusive to our chat. So
is she on the market again?
No, I think she's married.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oops.
I know. I'm mourning.
So first up, I crossed off a bucket list item. I've always wanted a Jimmy Chung piece. From like I've been a fan of Jimmy Chung since, I'm not going to say Maverick and try and be that guy, but I know his first work. I've been a fan of Jimmy Chung since he did Maverick. No, but essentially around Young Avengers. When he started doing Young Avengers, he was just this huge artist. I don't know where he came from at that point. I didn't even know he was the same guy that did Maverick. But I've always wanted a piece of art from him, and I finally got it with this beautiful Dr. Doom piece.
Nice.
Nicest guy. He's a really nice guy, too. I invited him on the show, and he's like, I'm terrible at interviews. I was like, all right. Well, I can't argue with that. I can't convince you that you're not a terrible interviewer or whatever. So, speaking of the Hulk and great runs that the Hulk has had, Peter David was at this show. And he has probably the essential run of the Hulk. So with that, I had him sign some of my favorite issues of that Hulk run. And it's always the kind of time display stuff. I love when he does time displays Hulk stories. So I got the 2 issues of Future Imperfect signed by Peter David. And again, sticking with the theme of time displaced Hulk, I really love his Hulk the End run. Anybody who if you haven't read this Hulk the End, it's a one-shot series. You're missing out. It's Dale Keown. It's like Dale Keown, that Pitt style Dale Keown. This is like not the Dale Keown during the original run of Hulk, where his art was a little bit softer. This is the hard edge Dale Keown stuff. So you definitely want to check out Hulk the End. Got that signed. And then I love those stories so much. I also have the premiere hardcover that
that's out of print, right?
Yeah. This is one that I remember I showed it on the show like a long time ago. We were just talking about stuff. I wasn't even on the show yet. I think I came on as a guest to talk about dystopian comic books. I was talking about these, and everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, that's super out of print. That's out of print. I can't believe you have that." So, but yeah, I got that, and I have it signed by Peter David as well.
Cool.
And some of my other favorite stuff that he does, that's not Hulk, but I did get. The other thing he did is amazing is the X Factor Investigations series. So I got some of the Madrox miniseries, and then the first premiere hardcover of X Factor, because that's all there is. There's really nothing else, or just these tiny little hardcovers. I know an omnibus is coming out, and I'm really debating if I'm going to grab that or not.
You'll get it. You're back in the loop now.
That's the bad thing about it. It's like, oh man, it's just because it's never been released in any other format other than those hardcovers. Some of those hardcovers, I was looking them up, they're hard to find, and then they stopped doing the hardcovers after like volume like 12 or something like that, and they started coming out with just trade paperbacks, and those things are like $50. Like,
yeah, those trades have been out of print forever. I
was like, for $50, I might as well just get the omnibus then, but still. I don't want to I'll be double dipping and all that stuff, maybe I'll hold out for an epic collection. Speaking of double dipping, got the new Powers from Dark Horse.
Oh,
this is the Brian Michael Bendis, Michael Avon Oming. This volume 1, Who Killed Retro Girl. Love this series. I have this in so many different formats. It's stupid. I have most of the singles. I used to have the old school original like Image trade paperbacks. I have the first 2 or 3 of the definitive hardcovers that kind of nobody likes because they kind of fall apart. So I'm picking it up here to kind of help replace those in case anything comes out. And plus, I love this. This is my favorite, is these like chunky trade paperbacks, like epic collections and stuff like that. That kind of like size. This is the first 11, 12 issues of Powers. If people haven't read Powers, if you're new around here or you're new to comics or you're looking for something different, Powers is something that was a huge explosion. This is Brian Michael Bendis at his top tier level. He was doing Ultimate Spider-Man at the time. He was doing Powers at the time. I think he might have even been doing Daredevil at the time. So this guy was rocking it for 3 series that were just complete amazing hits after hits after hits after hits, consistently great books. But this is something outside of Marvel and DC. This is basically, if you like crime books or like Law and Order type stuff, this is like Law and Order but with superheroes. So that's a really, really great book. If no one's read it before, pick that up. And then the book we've all been talking about earlier, Seven to Eternity. This is a big boy. This is a hard, sturdy book. Like, this thing is nice and solid. It's very much like the other hardcovers that he does through Image, like Deadly Class. Like I said, it's similar also to the Fear Agent stuff as well. So it's a good, hard, sturdy omnibus, or it's basically an omnibus hardcover. Binding's great. It's a little tight. I'm at to probably relax the spine a few more times, but it's going to get there. But solid book. Like I said, you guys can look at an overview video that I put up here on the Omnibros channel. But I see what you're saying when it comes down to like the art on here, Jess. It's gorgeous. Oof. And he changes it up too. It's not the same way all the time. I think it might have been different artists in here, because I think it was John Harrington might have helped out here, but that's some of that painterly looking stuff. People are familiar with Jerome Pena from Hickman's Infinity storyline. Oh, this stuff is great too. Beautiful art on here. Really cool back matter on these as well, which is what I appreciate. And what I really buy these for is you get all the covers, like variants and stuff like that too. But then what I also really like is you get like a sketchbook, or like some of the character designs, and then you even get like how he does scripts. You get the script here as well, and then like you can see the original art that coincides with the script, and you kind of do a comparison. So really cool stuff like that. So this is definitely 8,000 copies, you know, and I'm surprised it's not still around. I thought 8,000 copies would last a bit longer, but I am really looking forward to reading this. I love Rick Remender, especially not Marvel Rick Remender. He's done some great Marvel stuff. He's done some stuff not so great at Marvel. He does have his misses, but he makes up with it with this amazing stuff that he does on his own. Things like, you know, Deadly Class, Fear Agent. What was that one he did with was it Sean Murphy?
Tokyo Ghost.
Yeah, that one. Things like that. So like he's a top-notch writer for me, and I can't wait to take a look at that.
Larry's Library, 7 to Eternity is not a fast read. You need to take your time with it. It's not super complex, but there's a lot of things going on in it, and you really want to take the time to absorb everything that goes on. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's pretty much, to me, it was a real joy to read, and then, you know, have the art in there. It's just a really compelling story with fantastic art.
Yeah, you can tell from it. It looks great.
And Razor Ramen, if you like Brubaker crime books, you would like Powers. Gabe's right. That was at the height of his crime writing strength.
There was really a time where it was Ed Brubaker, Brian Azzarello, Brian Michael Bendis, and there was somebody else that was like a crime writer. Rucka, there you go. Thank you. And they were like the crime writers. They still are. Like Bendis' stuff is all very superheroes now, and he's kind of stuck in the Superman world now, and you know he's been the Avengers. He basically built Marvel. Like the MCU is basically based off of a lot of Bendis' stuff, but he basically was like Marvel's big shot for 10 years. But yeah, his crime stuff, you can even go back a little bit further past Powers. You could do like Goldfish. You could do Jinx. If you like noir crime stuff, if you like Rucka, if you like Brubaker, yeah, Bendis is a part of that clan. Anyways, I got some more back issues at the convention as well. Uncanny X-Men 184. Really nice near mint copy. This is the first appearance of Forge. And then I went kind of ham on some Daredevil stuff. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me get to that and make that kind of like a segment. I don't have this. So I saw this here. This is a 4-pack. It's the entire all 4 covers of X-Men #1, the Jim Lee covers. I don't have that for some reason.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too. I looked at it. It's the whole pack too, which is great. I bought all this stuff from the same guy at the convention. I was talking to Jess about it behind the scenes, but I saw the pack and he had all 4. I was like, that's the best way to do it. I don't have to hunt it. You don't have to like price them out differently. You know, because everybody likes the Magneto cover better, so that's a $25 book. None of that nonsense, right? So I got all 4 covers, and as a '90s comic guy, I was like, how do I not have all 4 covers? I need all 5. I need to get the fold-out cover. I don't have that either. But like, how can I not have
that? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've had them before. I bought and sold these things over and over again, you know. But I was like, I need to have personal copies of these. Like, these need to be a part of my collection. It's stupid for me not to have it.
That's such an iconic cover that all 4 of them put together. I remember the first time I saw that, just blew my monkey mind. I was like, oh my god, that's badass.
The one thing about me leaving Torpedo that upsets me is that I didn't get to see the original art of this. They recently sold that at auction or something, or they were brokering it or something like that. I missed out on seeing that. So I got that X-Men set. I had to have it. You know, I'll put this back together later. Go away. And then I went ham on Daredevil stuff. I've been going ham on Daredevil stuff for a while. I really got into the Frank Miller stuff and the Bendis stuff and then the Brubaker stuff and all that. And there's some other like little things in here that I want to get myself. I've been picking up a lot of keys, but since I've been off the show of Daredevil stuff and things like that. So picking up some this really cool, I love this Bullseye storyline. So Daredevil 197, 198, 199. These are all beautiful, like near mint minus near mint books, which is really hard because all of them have like solid cover spines. That 200, I've always wanted this book. I love this cover. I'm really hoping for Bullseye to show back up in the Daredevil MCU series. So I just want to pick up some really cool Bullseye stuff, especially that one where that's the one where, spoilers, Daredevil basically destroys Bullseye's spine, and then later on down in the series, he gets an adamantium spine, Bullseye. Yeah. So that's kind of where that storyline is coming from. Now, to kind of keep the Daredevil train going a little bit, I did get a big Bad Boy book while I was there too. I did some grown-up shopping as well. I got Daredevil #7. This is iconic cover for me. I've always wanted a copy of this book. That Wally Wood cover, first appearance of the red suit, Namor on the cover. This is a beautiful copy. This is a solid. I did a video on my Instagram and on my TikTok, Gabe Loves 90s Comics. Just throw that plug out there. If you want to see me flip through the book and go page by page, talk about conditions and stuff like that. I can only do 3 minutes on TikTok, so it's not like an exact grading back and forth as much as I would like to have done. But if you got questions and you want to see the grades on it and stuff like that, check that out. This is beautiful. Like the colors on this thing pop crazy. This is a good 6, 5, 7, I would say. So I'm going to get that pressed, cleaned, graded, and hope for a nice grade of that to come back too. So that's my haul, everybody.
Nice. It makes up for our non-hauls.
Daredevil, yeah, that cover with the introduction of the red suit. That red suit is so iconic. People have tried to mess with it, make different variations of it, change his costume, but at the end of the day, they always come back to that red suit. You can't really mess with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some different variations of the suit, or he's even had like the armor suit and stuff like that. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. That's the iconic image of Daredevil, is that red suit. So they always go back to that eventually, no matter what. Same with any other characters. You're always going to get Wolverine's always going to come back to the red and blue. Superman's always going to have that iconic image. Spider-Man is another one that has an iconic costume that can never be changed permanently.
Yeah. Even though he has like 45 different costumes.
Yeah, he's got about as many suits as Iron Man does, yeah, but it's always that
more.
But that red and blue's Dickel original is always going to be Spider-Man no matter what.
That was one of the things in the New 52 that they tried to change. They got rid of the trunks for a lot of heroes, and now it seems like, nope, the trunks are back. You got to have.
Do you also remember? We like to talk about the New 52 on the show a lot. I love it. Do you also remember the weird like controversy and like upset over Wonder Woman and her costume throughout that series, or throughout the New 52?
What was it?
Because at first, Azzarello run?
Yeah. But it wasn't really about the Brian Azzarello run per se. It was about the Jim Lee art through like Avengers and through like promotional images and stuff like that, where I forget what order it went. So sorry if I'm kind of incorrect on the order of how this went, but it was like she had a skirt. No, I'm sorry. That's what it was. They put her in pants. Originally, they put her in pants.
Oh.
I think they
had like stars like up and down the legs. It was really cool. Everybody lost it over it. So then they put her back into having a skirt, and people were upset over that as well. So, but yeah,
that's a great run. I love the art and Brian Azzarello's writing in that Wonder Woman New 52.
I think that's one of the top 5 of New 52 easily. And then I love Rucka. I love him as a writer, but he tried to roll it back in his run. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. All the cool stuff that Azzarello did, Rucka tried to roll that stuff back.
Oh, in Rebirth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still dug it, but I know what you mean.
Oh, did he try to like make it where Ares wasn't her dad or something?
He rolled back a lot of stuff. Okay,
well, whatever. That's what happens,
That's all right.
That's comics. Where writers don't come in, and it's almost like when you get a new manager at your job and they want to just kind of do things their way.
Yeah.
Cool. So what about reads?
I think I might have covered my reads already, because I don't know. Did I already talk about Batman in the Shadow by Scott Snyder? I feel like I did.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay. And I read Superman and the Authority. I read Superman and the Authority by Grant Morrison, and I enjoyed it. And then I found out you're supposed to read it in between Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman trade paperback 1 and Superman's trade paperback 2.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
I read the middle of it. It's got me excited to read those other trade paperbacks, because Superman, after Death Metal, he's depowered a little bit. and so he needs to create an authority like what Warren Ellis invented, a specific authority with specific skill sets that can help him take down whoever he's facing in volume 2 of the trade paperback. It's so anybody that wants to read this, and that includes me, you really need to read Death Metal to find out what happens to Superman. I did the X-Man thing where I'm like, okay, that happened and that happened and that happened, so I'm okay with this. But I think it's worth reading. It's worth my while to go back and finish Death Metal, and then read the Philip Kennedy Johnson series, because I enjoyed Grant Morrison's writing. Very accessible, very interesting, and I just rolled with it and said, okay, Superman's depowered and he needs the authority. So the characters in the authority have a lot of potential, and I'm really interested in it. And then I read Batman the Shadow, The Murder Geniuses the story is by Scott Snyder. The script is by Steve Orlando. But I think the story is solid enough that Steve Orlando couldn't F it up. I was so disappointed when I pulled it out of the stack and I saw his name on it, because I thought it was by Scott Snyder. But it's actually very entertaining, very well read, very well written, and the art is not a lot of people like Riley Rossmo's art, but it's especially in like Harley Quinn, No Good Deed, where it's almost conceptual art in that Harley Quinn book. But in Batman the Shadow, it's very tight and lifelike. So I know he's capable of that. And anybody that dislikes his art, I think would be fine with this. It's very tight and natural looking, and not sort of gonked out like it was in the Harley Quinn book. But I enjoyed it. If you like the Shadow, I mean, of course, I grew up reading stories about the Shadow in my Pulp Fiction books that I read as a kid, trade paperback. So it's really well done. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Those were the 2 books I read.
Cool.
Your mic.
Yep.
So you got Scott Snyder with Steve Orlando, and it's like he put the ball on the tee, and he's like, "Come on, Stevie, you can hit the ball. It's okay. It's okay."
We won't be having Steve Orlando on the show, apparently.
I don't think so.
And he still, out of 2 out of the 3 strikes, he still hits the tee instead of the ball.
For Batman the Shadow, I feel like he drove it down the fairway pretty well. Totally get that he might have whiffed a couple times before he connected, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
This is too many sports analogies for me. I'm confused.
Blame Lou.
Oh my god, man.
Lou, anything from you, man? You want to share?
I mean, it's kind of the same. I'm still reading through Words of Radiance, which is the 2nd prose novel. This is a book that I've talked about numerous times. I'm about 200 pages away from finishing it up, and it's a over 1,000-page tome. It's book 2 of the Stormlight Archive. There's currently 4 out, with a planned 10 to eventually release in the next whenever.
10?
Yeah, this is a huge fantasy series. There's talks of this already being auctioned off. Whoa, hello?
No, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's talks of this stuff already getting auctioned off, and this is absolutely fantastic stuff. Honestly, if you're a huge fantasy guy, I don't see why you wouldn't be reading this already. If you haven't, I don't know why you wouldn't be picking this up, because other than the fact that it's extremely intimidating, because there are 4 books with a planned 10, and each one of them is over 1,000 pages long, you are in for such a fucking treat, honestly. Once I've finished this book, I'm about 200 pages away from finishing this one. I can comfortably say this is going to be probably in my top 5 prose books that I think I've ever read.
Wow.
It's that good. It really is. The writing is super sharp. If there's one thing that I would ding the first book on, is that I think the pacing a few times was a bit slow. He nails the pacing on this one. All of the characters in this book are so well fleshed out, so super thought, and it keeps twisting and turning, and it's just it's such an amazing world that even when I'm working on stuff like that, I'm always thinking about, man, I can't wait to read the next chapter. This is set in a fictional planet called Roshar. It's part of a grander universe called the Cosmere universe, and there's a shit ton of books out there and stuff like that. But my God, you really owe it to yourself if you have not dived into this. Pick up the first book called Way of Kings and just keep going. You will be in for a treat. It's so good, honestly.
Razor Ramen sounds like too much reading. I'll wait for the TV show.
It's a lot. Hey,
10 books that's a commitment, dude.
That is.
That's not even like that's longer than marriages, dude. Just in general.
Like I said, there's only 4 books out. The writer is Brandon Sanderson, and he is very well respected in the fantasy community. He is regarded arguably as the best fantasy author that's alive right now. Greater than George R.R. Martin, greater than a lot of those guys that are out there right now. And there is a reason why when he put out a Kickstarter, this was a few months ago or last year, for a beautiful leather-bound collection of his first book in this series called Way of Kings. I forgot, it broke Kickstarter record. It made over something million. If you give me a second, I can pull it up.
That's crazy.
Tall Tom
is part of the
wants
Rippaverse?
to know what book you're talking about.
No, it's not part of the Rippaverse. I was going to say something. I'm not going to get
What book are you talking about again?
This is the second book in the series in the Stormlight Archive series, and this is called Words of Radiance, this particular book.
Words of Radiance.
Yes.
What was the name of the series again?
Stormlight Archive. The first book is called Way of Kings. Let me see what the Kickstarter did. But he broke a record. So for that deluxe edition, the Kickstarter made $41.7 million.
Whoa.
For that leather-bound deluxe edition that he put out last year.
Did it clean your house too?
He racked in $41.7 million for those leather-bound editions that he put out last year.
Why is he even writing books anymore? He has $43 million.
Wow.
He's got 4 out of the 10 books that he's promised, so he kind of doesn't have a choice right now to finish the series. So this guy's extremely talented.
Because he promised? I don't understand. He has fuck you money.
Well, I think he's like Stephen King, where he's driven to write.
He just has to draw. He has to just do
he
it.
just
Yeah,
has to write.
Yeah.
Or Stephen King's like, I'm gonna knock out a book over the weekend just to see if I can do it.
Well, see, here's the thing with Brandon Sanderson. He's very much like Stephen King, where he bangs out a book almost a year. He during the pandemic wrote 3 books, and that was in the span of a year. And that was something else that just unseen. On top of writing the 4th book of this 1,000-page long series each book has, and that came out I think last year. So he's extremely talented and extremely prolific, but to make $41.7 million off the back of a Kickstarter campaign for your fantasy series is unheard of.
Wow.
But the leather-bound editions, I want a copy so bad. You can still get them from his website. They're $200, but they are gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful collected editions if you can get your hands on one.
Atit says he backed that Kickstarter.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to back the Kickstarter. I'm regretting it because I saw videos today of the leather-bound edition. I think, Gabe, you could probably pull them up. They are gorgeous editions with beautiful art inside of it as well. Because in between certain chapters, he has artists draw beautiful detailed pictures of what he's explaining through the pages and stuff like that, and it kind of helps you fill in what the universe looks like and stuff. It's next level stuff, honestly. It's very, I will admit, once again, it's extremely intimidating. And he's only got 4 out of the 10 books out so far, with apparently it's going to be split into 2 cycles. The first 5 books will be one cycle. The second 5 books will be the second cycle. And he's already deep into the 5th book. We're expecting to get the 5th book in 2024. He would have had it out by next year, but because he's starting to work on the TV stuff and all the stuff that's coming out of this series, he had to push it back a little bit.
Radical.
So
10 books. That's a lot. I'm just saying. That's
yeah. Well, I mean,
if he can keep it going, man, more power to him, dude. More power to him.
I think it sounds like he will.
Yeah,
sounds fun.
Robert Jordan did Wheel of Time, and I think that was 14 books. Robert Jordan famously died before he could complete the books. So Brandon Sanderson, the author of this series, was asked by the Robert Jordan estate to come in and finish up the books using the notes and stuff that Robert Jordan left behind.
Yeah. He's driven to write.
Yeah.
That's something that these authors need to do. They need to have the ending of their story written and locked away in case they die. Someone else can kind of pick it up and move it forward for them. That's always the scary. The same thing with like Berserk and things like that. Jess, there's a question in the chat. I think me and you can kind of team up on a little bit. Caesar asks, "Hey Gabe, do you Mylar everything of your single issues? Do you have a recommendation for ordering bulk to save on spending?"
Oh, yeah. Where do you go?
I go on eBay most of it. I back and forth. So there's certain sellers on eBay. I do Mylar, not everything. I was doing that for a while. I have all my Ultraverse single issues in Mylar, which is funny because the Mylars are probably more expensive than those books are. But I go to like a few different spots. I go on eBay because there's always sellers that you can get them for fairly cheap. I use like the Mylar 2s, and then I do like fullbacks. Other than that, I back and forth to see where the prices are on eBay, and then actually through the actual like manufacturer themselves, eGerber. I'll go through there as well and get the Mylights.
That's where I've done that. I had never thought to go to eBay. I just got them from the manufacturer.
And I'll put the link in the chat for Caesar real quick as well. I just wanted to bring it up to your attention too, just because I know like you're a Mylar guy too sometimes.
Yeah. But
yeah, you can get them directly from the manufacturer, but you got to buy them in bulk. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna buy like one pack. Like you're gonna have to buy like 5-10 packs or something like that, and you'll get them for like $20 or something. So, but that's a good place to do it right there as well.
There you go, Cesar.
Boom. We're a full service YouTube channel podcast, comic book wise. All right, so you guys want to take a look at previews?
Yeah. Somebody had a question about No Man's Land 2, if it was still coming out this week.
I thought you meant, okay. Yeah, let's go through the previews then. It's been a minute. Let me try this out.
Where'd that question go? Oh, Comic Z Master asked it.
Oh, man, this is so seamless the way I'm doing this. You don't even understand. All right, let's take a look at, let's do Diamond previews first. All right, can I set this up so it is us in this manner? It won't let me do it. Poop. Gosh darn it. I gotta get set up permissions.
That's my favorite.
I love that one.
Man, I gotta go into my system and do some changes. Oh my god, I'm gonna bounce out. You guys hang out for a minute or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, do that. Everyone just sits here and looks at this graphic as I go through my system preferences for nonsense.
Oh my god.
Previews won't let you load?
No, I got to give my computer permission to open up, like, to share my screen.
We're professionals.
Oh. Yeah, you do have to sign out for that.
Well, there you go, guys. If anything, never say we're not professional.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this, so my computer's not set up for it anymore.
I get it. Yeah.
It's all right, bud.
All right. We can answer questions. Do you want
What you
to
got?
take the graphic down?
It's too funny to not leave it up.
Oh my god.
Next, Imaginaut has one of two. Apropos of nothing for anyone, and we can't highlight, so Gabe was the one with the power there. Apropos of nothing for anyone still interested who hasn't already picked them up. Max at CGN. Oh, Gabe must have done that. Or did you do that?
I didn't
Did you do that? Oh.
No, I don't have those problems.
Ooh, it's spooky. Max at CGN just recently confirmed that Green Lantern, the Silver Age Omni 2 is officially out of print and that Volume 1 is likely on its way out soon if it hasn't already, in fact, gone out of print. That is good information to have next to Imaginaut. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that run. I'm assuming that's the Jeff Johns, right?
The Silver Age stuff, that's the Gil Kane art. That's the 60s stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. The Jeff Johns stuff is bumping up against New 52 and like that. That I have the original non-conforming covers. I got it so long ago. Green Lantern, the Silver Age Omni 1 and 2. So it sticks out like a sore thumb next to my Flash and Justice League Silver Age. It doesn't go together at all. So if you're a fan of Silver Age, Green Lantern was a lot of fun. And so was Flash. Those are my two favorite Silver Age books. Razor Ramen. Should I read DC 1 Million Omni before or after Grant Morrison Batman? 1 Million happens way before the Batman Omnis. So and they don't necessarily have to do 1 Million doesn't necessarily inform the Batman Omnis by Grant Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 Million's sort of its own book. But if you want to go chronologically, wouldn't you say 1 Million should be read way before the Grant Morrison books?
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never. Jesus. I've never.
It works.
I've never read.
It works, everybody. I just had to test it real quick. I appreciate you guys holding down the fort as I had to go hack the matrix of my computer.
You never read 1 Million?
No. I've read anything that's tied into Grant Morrison, I'm very about because Grant Morrison can be really hit and miss with me. Yeah, I'm not a diehard guy where I'm like, oh my god, you need to read the Invisibles, but you also need to read the companion book because the companion book explains everything that's going on in the Invisibles. Otherwise, you don't miss out on 95% of the story. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing fucking homework for your story.
Right, like Nameless. Damn that book.
Yeah, no. Look, I appreciate Morrison. I think he is a brilliant writer when he's not for someone else, and he does amazing stuff. He wrote one of my favorite Superman stories of all time, probably the definitive Superman story of all time. But there's some stuff in there that I'm just like, man, that did, yeah. Invisible, Nameless, doesn't do it for me. I've tried a few. Yeah. And it's a swing and a miss a lot of times.
But then he does things like Joe the Barbarian. You're like, oh my God, I worship you.
Yes. It's so weird because it almost seems like it's two different writers.
Yeah.
He can go really out there or he can really ground himself, and it's really amazing stuff. I think I prefer his more grounded stuff. I don't mind when he gets a little bit weird, such as stuff with Animal Man or Doom Patrol. Well, Doom Patrol, he gets really out there. But still, it's fun. It's not homework.
Oh, yeah, Darumo is right. Grant Morrison is a they.
Okay. All right.
Grant Morrison also, like, he can do that and then still be entertaining, though. Like, the only Superman I've read in the last, like, however long that I've enjoyed has been his All-Star Superman.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but just, like, him just bragging about how good and how well he knows his Silver Age comics, you know? Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stuff flies over my head, but I was still able to enjoy it, though. But there are things where it's like, Flex Metallo? I don't know, man. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Or Invisibles. I remember trying to read Invisibles. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I really want to read this. It's Grant Morrison, J.G. Jones. I'm trying to think of some of the other artists he worked on. I was like, oh, this stuff's amazing. but I don't. It's a little too existential and fifth dimension and stuff like that. Where I'm not smart enough. I'll fully admit it.
Same.
Yeah. Sergio, is Wonder Woman Silver Age another just question, and Superman Silver Age not good? Question mark.
I like it because I grew up with it. For the modern reader, I don't think the modern reader would enjoy Wonder Woman or Superman Silver Age. Same with Batman up till about 1968. 68 through 70, when the Bronze Age started, very readable, really, really good. That's when Neil Adams started illustrating a lot of stuff. 68 through 74 is sort of the sweet spot for those DC comics for the modern reader. I think the modern reader would really dig that time period. 55 through 68, I'm one of like a dozen. There's dozens of us that would dig that stuff. And they haven't started Superman Silver Age, or I know Batman Silver Age has been solicited, and they need to really pick it up right. There's dozens of us. They need to pick that up before I die, because they need to put out like 3 a year and of Batman and Superman, so we can get to that 68 and then 74 Bronze Age period when Superman and Batman got really good. Wonder Woman, it's hard to say when she got really good. New 52.
George Perez,
to be honest with you.
George Perez, maybe.
Did you read more?
Yeah. You're right. George Perez, Gail Simone,
Daniel Warren Johnson. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's newer. He's talking about New 52.
Oh,
yeah, I meant before New 52. Yeah, Gabe's right. George Perez, Gail Simone's run was awesome.
Didn't Grant Morrison do it? Wonder Woman Earth 2? Was that him?
Earth 1, yeah.
Earth 1.
That's a modern book that's great. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah,
it's just the thing is that DC Silver Age is still DC Golden Age. Like, if you have to kind of be okay with that kind of wonky. If you're into like Batman 66, you'd probably like it, as long as you're in on the idea of it being campy, because they were writing to 7-year-olds.
Yeah, Gabe is exactly right.
All right, so let's go and do some previews now that we got this working. Nope, not that button. I'm going to end up deleting our account or something. Watch. Click. Nope, that click. No, we don't want to see me. We want to see us. Yeah, that's how things work. What does that button do? Oh, it says
there
launch.
We go.
All right, let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look at. We want to take a look at graphic novels, trade paperbacks. All right. Is this too big? Does this look good? How are we looking?
Yeah, it looks perfect.
All right, cool. So we're going to start off with Image Comics. First off, we got Beware of the Eye of Odin trade paperback. Friday, this is a Ed Brubaker book, and Marcos Martin. What? All right. Either way, I haven't heard about this. I need to grab that. I love Marcos Martin. Friday, trade paperback book 2, and then we got Midwest. This is the Complete Tale trade paperback. That's the Scotty Young series. The little boy turns into a hurricane when he's angry. Radiant Red trade paperback volume 1.
I'm totally not getting that Ed Brubaker book, because I know the minute I do, it's going to get a deluxe 9-foot by 12-foot edition. And
superior paper and print quality.
Printed inch-thick paper. And so I that's something that I think was an internet book that's now getting collected. And so I am not getting that, because I want to wait for the deluxe that's inevitable.
Have you read it?
No.
Okay.
But it's Ed Brubaker, so I know I'll love it.
Yeah, definitely. Rogues Gallery Volume 1 trade paperback, Swing hardcover, A Thing Called Truth trade paperback Volume 1, and Astro City.
Ooh.
Is this coming back, Volume 1?
It should be Volume 2.
Well, you know, I'm probably on the wrong dates here. What is happening?
I feel like Volume 2 already came out.
Yeah, Volume 2 came out. So am I looking? Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. All right, scratch that, everybody. Let's start this over.
Oh, Lady Machinica.
So here's what we're talking about now. Okay, here is this week's releases, everybody. Let's start over and keep this going. Aerosmith. I love the original Aerosmith by Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco. This is the second series. This is Volume 2. Good Asian Trade Paperback Volume 1. Lady Mechanica Volume.
Did he freeze?
I think
I don't know that this is the right date either.
Man, we should just honestly change the thumbnail to that technical difficulty for today's episode.
This is the show that will not end.
It's been a minute since we've had a show like this, hasn't it?
Yeah. But this is the first time Gabe's run it in a long time, so I understand. Razor, are you saying that what Gabe has up there right now is the proper week with Lady Mechanica and Aerosmith?
Oh, there he goes.
Razor, is what Gabe had up there the right week?
Everybody knows.
Yes, he has the correct week up. Okay, good. Thank you.
Week. Oh my God, it's all good, Gabe. I know you're
okay. Yeah, you got the right week. That's good.
Yeah, I know you're working hard behind the scenes, bud.
Oh, I know. It's hard when you don't have, you haven't done it in a while.
We appreciate you, bud.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Next Imaginaut has a story for us.
What I think I'd say to the prospective reader curious... Whoops. Sergeant Savage. This is classic. What I think I'd say to the prospective reader curious about Silver Age DC in general is that to develop a taste for them, and which is both historically and aesthetically worth the...
Yeah, I think I get where he's going with this. I think if you've never dipped your toe in Golden Age and Silver Age comics, it's very, very different than what you would likely experience with the newer stuff. It's very prose heavy, where you're getting every little thing explained in the story because that's just the writing style of it. Versus now where a lot of stories are very truncated. Something that probably would take Stanley and Steve Ditko about 4 or 5 issues would probably be truncated down into maybe 1 or 2 or something like that. I don't know. So,
and then Gabe was right about they were writing for 8-year-olds when Batman was always going into space, and then Batwoman and Batgirl were Kathy Kane and Kate Kane. They were written for 8-year-olds until about 1968, and then they started to get a lot different.
right.
But okay, Noir Wolf, thanks. He says it's okay, guys. We're still having fun. Maybe I think the technical difficulties maybe make it funnier. So I am not following Monday Night Football. It's a doubleheader. Yes, I'm doing this show and not following Monday Night Football.
We thank you for your sacrifice.
I watched my team barely win yesterday, so I think it's going to be a rough year for me.
I am not an avid football guy, but seeing Aaron Rodgers just be pissed on the sideline that opening week was, oh my God, it was just beautiful, sweet bliss for my soul. Because you could just tell he was fucking done.
Uh-oh. Gabe's internet died.
Oh, no. How do you want to run it?
I don't know. We don't have the capability to show.
We might not be able to do previews tonight, then.
Gee, I don't even know.
Unless you just want to go down the list and we go, yeah, this book or this book.
Yeah, let me look this. Do you want to look up previews?
Let's see. Where do I go? I do. This is the first.
I think you search previews world.
Okay, hold
on. Yes, James. I have had a couple of good milkshakes while I've been gone in Vermont. I had they call them fraps up here. Fraps is made with regular hard scoop ice cream, and then milkshakes are made with soft ice cream. I found out.
All right, so I've got Image Comics. Hold on, Jesus. Yeah, I've got Image Comics, Boom Studios, Dark Horse. Is it Marvel? It doesn't have DC. Is the only thing.
Yeah, that's where we have to go to Lunar.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's 90 Batman books.
Oh well, James. Okay, is that the James has the James has the address?
If you have not been with us since the beginning, let me tell you, this was about 3. This would take us about an hour back when we first began this show. Year 1 for Omnibroslive was this for about an hour every episode. So we're bringing you back tonight.
This is classic Omnibros. Yeah, you need to click new releases and change it to graphic novels.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I was able to pull it up.
Oh, hey Farhan, how's it going? Good to see you.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me close this. Can I screen share on this?
Try it.
Oh. Will it let me? What did I do? Where is it?
You see where the share thing down below?
Yeah.
Is that not working for you?
Hold on. Share screen.
Bloopers, bleeps, and blunders.
It's lost permission to capture your screen and fix it. Go to system presence. Oh my God.
That's what Gabe got. He had to sign out and to sign back in to get permission to do it. I don't think I can share either.
Hold on. I think I get it.
Oh, wait. Maybe I can share.
I think I got it.
Okay.
I have to quit, so I have to leave and come back. That's the same thing that happened to Gabe.
Wait. Okay. Wait. Let me look up previews real quick. Let me
see if we can do it.
Yeah, because I think. Okay, let's see. It was going to let me screen share, I think. Okay, so, select category, graphic novels. Okay, wait, let's see if it'll let me screen share this. Oh, shoot. Gabe has to add it. I can... I can share it, but Gabe has to add it. Darn it. Well, I can read it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Our soft, dulcet tones.
Do you have image up?
What do you mean?
Previews World starts with Image Comics, Aerosmith, trade paperback volume 2.
Yep. Behind Enemy Lines. I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you take Image?
Okay. So
we'll alternate.
We've got Aerosmith, trade paperback volume 2, Behind Enemy Lines. I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's awesome. Kurt Busiek writes it. It's got great art. It's like fantasy World War I where there's dragons involved in World War I. It's really good.
Oh, I do appreciate the fact that it's World War I and not World War II. So
yeah.
I think World War II has been done to death. and World War One was extremely brutal. Trench warfare was not fun, kids. Good Asians, trade paperback, volume 1, new printing. Lady Mechanica, trade paperback, volume 7.
Oh, wait, James has a good idea. I can show the pictures on my cell phone.
Okay.
James, well, you should run the show. Keep. Let's see. What was that? You can keep going. I'll look.
Okay.
Wait, let's see. Maybe I can get the. How can I get the show? Subscriptions. I'm gonna have to turn off my.
Nephew actually has a 0% down payment.
Getting this flexibility was amazing.
A 0% down payment. No.
I know. I'm trying to mute it now. Son of a. Okay.
This is the best episode we've had since Tyler was on.
With the cereal?
Yes. God, I love that episode.
Okay, that's a great idea. James Abel. Nice. Okay.
Dude, I never do this. Honest to God, I never go back and watch our shows. I go back and watch that Tyler episode at least.
Is that the one where I asked for pregnancy cereal?
Yes. I go back and watch that episode just to make me laugh because that episode was great.
All right, dudes, I'm back.
Oh,
good job holding it down there, Jess. Yeah, I figured it out.
We just had it figured out. Thanks to James.
We're good, Gabe?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me just pull up the sites, and then we're ready for
Okay.
this. Well, that was interesting. You know, in the book. This is definitely not the case.
Gabe, you're coming in choppy, man. Don't tell me you're dropping out.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
All right,
Rick Ray, you're right. This has wonderful art by Carlos Pacheco. And I think once these trades are these trades will be collected into another deluxe.
All right.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Let's talk Aerosmith. The first series was fantastic. Didn't get a chance to check out this new series yet. But yeah, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys. Good Asian trade paperback volume 1. This is a new print. The Mechanica volume 7. Spawn Omega trade paperback. And Boom is putting out one book this week, which is the Keanu Reeves Berserker trade paperback volume.
Jesus, speak of the devil and he'll show up.
Oh, there's T-Lar Bloom. The serial episode.
What's up, Tyler?
What up, buddy?
I think we lost Gabe again.
Oh, no. Is he frozen again?
Grindel fans.
Oh.
Grindel's fans got an Omnibus Volume 2 coming out this week. Shinjuku hardcover, 2nd edition. IDW this week, we got Donuts and Doom.
Right. Donuts.
I don't see anything in here about Dr. Doom and Donuts, which would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be great.
Then we got Dragon Puncher hardcover, Volume 3. Dragon Puncher Punches Back. Order of the Day, Night J. DC will be taking a look at that in a moment on the next preview. Marvel this week, we got I believe this is a new Epic collection for Moon Knight. This is the Butcher's Moon Epic collection. And then who's favorite? We got Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham.
The Collector was excited for that, I think.
Good. What does this hold? Let's see what this looks like.
Volume 2.
Oh, there's a lot. Marvel Tales from 1964 issue. You got the What the Spider-Verse. That's a jam-packed Peter Parker.
Rick Ray says Mark Spector Moon Knight is getting collected for the first time in that epic.
Issues? 4 issues? The Stephen Platt stuff at the end is the stuff I want. So it does have a Marvel Team Up, Moon Knight 1 through 6, Marvel Team Up, Fanfare, Mark Spector, Moon Knight 1 through 7, and material from Solo Avengers number 3, Marvel Fanfare book from 1982, Marvel Superheroes number 1. I love that Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Great use of
got mail.
space.
Dynamite. Justice's favorite. We got Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars.
Ooh.
So, a little bit of a side story, real quick. Just reminds me, I was at the panel, amazing on, and Peter David was going on and on and on about how awesome that John Carter of Mars movie is. That came out 2014, with Tyler Kitsch, the guy that played Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody heard about this movie. I think 6 people saw it, and everybody in the rows ahead of me, I was looking around. Everybody's pulling out their phone, Googling John Carter of Mars, which is a great movie. And I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but
I want to.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, I have.
You guys listen out.
I think it got marketed poorly.
Mm-hmm.
It got marketed poorly. I think people were falsely saying that it was like a Star Wars ripoff, which is funny because John Carter of Mars predates Star Wars, predates Superman. And Justin's favorite golf, we got Kiss Phantom Obsession trade paperback, and then down here is all the manga stuff that Riley and Gio do a great job doing on the
Animal
manga
Castle is
show
supposed to be
Thursday.
great. I haven't read it yet, but that's supposed to be great.
This is the signed edition.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
You don't know the sticky with the
No.
name on it.
Stop. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Hey, you haven't
Best of
written
2000 AD.
you haven't signed your copies, sir. For them, give me some fucking cards. I'll send them out. Okay, yeah.
Let me have that memo pad.
It still messes me up because it wasn't even like sewn in. It wasn't one of those like sewn in like book plates, that's a part of the book. It was just literally just
flipped out with the invoice.
You could have just crumbled that up and threw it in the trash.
I might have thrown it away. Yeah.
I think this is all manga down here, which is all a part of Gio and Riley's manga on Thursdays, every other Thursday.
Okay, wait. Deja Thoris is in the John Carter movie? Holy
yeah, but she's not that sexy in that manner. But she's cool. The movie is awesome all the way around.
Okay.
There's a lot of
but if she was in there in that bikini top like kind of thing, that movie would have sold a lot more tickets for her.
There's a lot of schoolgirls in this, Gabe. We can keep going.
Oh, it's manga. What do you expect, Lou? There's a Zelda Twilight Princess book. More schoolgirls, some schoolboys.
Fucking manga.
Oh, Red Room. Red Room trigger warnings.
Yeah, it wasn't allowed.
If anybody likes like torture porn movies like Saw or Hostel, like that's a great little read for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you forbade me from reading it, so I didn't.
Yeah. It's not crossed, but some Archie stuff. Walt Disney, Donald Duck hardcover. There's a Wait Till Helen Comes ghost story graphic novel. War and Peace graphic novel. And that is that, everybody. All right, let's take a look now.
Fucking manga. It blows my fucking mind every time I walk into Barnes and Nobles, and because my new thing is every other Friday when I get paid, I go to Barnes and Nobles and I pick something up for myself, and
little treat to yourself.
Yeah. Every time I walk in, I'm looking at the walls and I'm like, there are 3 fucking bookshelves stacked like to the ceiling of this shit. And then I look at the comics and I'm like, there's a shelf right next to the food section for Western comics.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oh, it's downright heartbreaking. And then I see all the little weirdos and the otakus and all that stuff, and they're sitting there just reading manga, and I'm like, you guys are weird. I'm kidding. I love you
So
guys.
let's take a look at the DC stuff. bit bigger. Boom. All right, what do we got here for books? We got Batman Black and White trade paperback. Is that it? Oh,
No, there's more.
Batman. Oh wait, this is last week.
These are single issues. Yeah. Oh wait, this is last week. I think One Dark Knight came out last week.
Yeah. So let's see what we got this week. This is all comics.
Oh, you can get that Action Comics and put an acetate cover on it and CGC it for $300.
So we got the Batman No Man's Land, Omnibus Volume 2.
Nice. That's what somebody was looking for.
I'm on the fence about getting this. I have Road to No Man's Land, but I still don't have Volume 1 of regular No Man's Land. Let's put these on regular trade paper. All right. What else? Draw more comics. We got a Black Adam, the Dark Age trade paperback.
Oh, that's been out of print for a while, I think.
Is The Rock in it?
What's the?
I think that's a movie cover.
Yeah,
it's an older book. Yeah, it was out of print for a long time.
If I have to hear this man say the power in the DC universe is about to change or whatever, or shift one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. I get it. I get it, Brock. I love you.
He's taking full charge.
You're an amazing human being. But I am losing my fucking... I'm tired of the fucking Black Adam shit. I just want to watch the movie at this point.
That movie better be amazing.
It better be.
Speaking of movie, it better be amazing. Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes. This is volume 1. I picked it up. I remember the series was kind of hard to find for a little bit. This is written by Keith Giffen and various different artists, and this is volume 1. Collects 1 through 12.
I'm amazed they haven't canceled this yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm really surprised with all the
movie.
Yeah, with all the cancellations and stuff. I'm really surprised that nobody at DC went, we're spending how much on a Mexican superhero?
I take offense as the leading Hispanic authority in comic books. I am offended by that. I definitely want to read this book. This book sounds
Dark Knights of Steel.
This is badass. This is so great, Jess. I love this.
I'm so excited that you like
it. To be good, this is Tom Taylor, but I haven't heard anything about this.
This is badass, dude. It's really
medieval world will be changed forever. When a spaceship crash lands on a doomed planet, monarchs will die, kingdoms will rise, and what seemed the end of the for me was only the beginning. Dun dun dun. High epic fantasy.
Yes.
I'm going to have to take everybody's word on that and see how that turns out.
Sadly, we are not getting the tamale cover.
More comics?
I saw.
Oh, we got a nice reprint.
There's Harley Quinn in the Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah. I remember this is a pricey book. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold mine.
I read that they were redoing the Mexican heritage comic covers again.
Yeah, they took a lot of it away. Like
cowards.
Bane's not eating the flan anymore. He's just fixing. You know, the question cover, it doesn't have all the fruit on it.
Yeah.
The Jessica Cruz, she's no longer eating a burrito. She's just standing there on top of the guy she beat up.
Because she usually eats a burrito right after she knocks a guy out.
Well, I mean, you need those complex carbohydrates after going through all that cardio. And trust me, Luke can attest to this. As eating, Hispanic, you can attest to this too. There's no problem that a big ass burrito can't solve.
You damn right. You damn right. You get everything you need before a workout in a burrito, man. You get your carbs, you get your proteins, your veg, everything is in there.
Oh, Jess, look at these covers. Oh, this is the Harley Quinn 30th anniversary stuff here.
That's
Jess.
a Bruce Timm one right there, the white one.
Yeah. There's a J. Scott Campbell, Amanda Connor, somebody who wants to be J. Scott Campbell.
Can I just
I
say,
think that's art.
Oh, it's Art Germ. It doesn't look like Art Germ.
there's a part of me, and it's locked up somewhere in a DC vault where they have that tamale cover, and I need one. I really need a copy of that cover.
I just want to print it out and acetate it onto my own book or something.
Oh, there's the Adam
Bruce
Hughes
Timm
one
one's
I'm
great.
getting. Yeah,
You think
maybe
he'll
I
sign
should
it?
get that Bruce Timm one too.
You think if you print it out, Gabe, he'd sign it? Oh, I think
I'm positive he will. Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so what else we got here? We got Lee Bermejo. There's the that's a Frank Cho cover. That's a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one. Maybe I'll get that one too.
Yeah, that one's nice.
that's cool.
Adam, which one's he? Oh, here's the Adam Hughes. Oh, this one's great. Look at all the confetti and stuff.
Yeah, look at all those Harleys up there coming out of her head. That's a great cover.
Then we got Last Book You'll Ever Read, the complete series. What else we got going on here today?
Miss Meow.
Nightwing.
Well, there's a Hispanic Heritage, Titans United, but not with the tamales.
Boo.
Boo. And then we got War for Earth 3 trade paperback.
Ah.
The heck is that?
Jokes aside, I love the cover. I love what they did with the cover. Honestly, it's a great cover now.
Of the Green Lantern tamale one?
Yeah, I think it's a great cover.
Okay.
Yeah, but that tamale color would have totally been the wallpaper on my phone for a while.
I do like this cover, yeah. I like that they got the real flag in there this time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's it.
Daniel Cohen,
That
what's
is
a
that.
really bad series? Was that War for Earth 3 or whatever it was? Okay.
All right.
I know.
All right,
I
so
kinda do want that tamale cover.
Make it a fold out.
That tamale color is great.
Well, those books and more. Oh, yeah, War for Earth 3. Okay, thanks, Daniel. Those books and more are going to be available on our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off in their sales department. They have some for 65% off. Get the loyalty discount. It adds 2% to that. At last Monday of every month, we give away an In-Stock Trades gift card worth $50 to a lucky viewer. That's next Monday we'll be giving it away. So stay tuned for next Monday. Actually, you have to stay on the internet starting now to get in line. You have to queue up like they did in England for a week to get the IST card.
We're handing out wristbands.
Right. $50 or more in an order in the United States gets you free shipping. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Razor Ramen, I can almost guarantee No Man's Land will be heavily discounted. I don't know about 50%. Are they doing 50% again? Or
I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? That's a Batman book. That's a lunar book. So I bet it will be 50% off. I think they get DC books cheaper a little bit. So yeah, I think that'll be 50% off. That's my guess. And I think Dark Knights of Steel will be discounted also. It's my prediction. And Peter Porker.
All right. I'm ready to go if you guys are. Lou, where can everybody find you at, brother?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where there's an archive of a whole bunch of old videos.
Jess, what about you? Where can everybody find what your happening is going on?
You can find me on YouTube on OmniDogs Vault, Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault. I just put up a video reviewing Warren Ellis's Freak Angels series, which is awesome. So go check that video out at OmniDog's Vault.
I need to finish reading that series. I love that series. The art in that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love the crazy technology where it's like they got like the contact lens, and they can like that's where they have like their contact list, and they can see who's online and all that stuff. It's really cool.
Such a good series.
Yeah, very Warren Ellis, scientific kind of stuff going on. I love it. Everybody, you can find me, Gabe Loves 90s Comics, on Instagram and on TikTok, where you can see the videos of the Daredevil 7. Also, Omnibroslive related. Follow us on Instagram as well. And all these different podcast platforms. We do have a video and audio podcast of this as well. It's on Spotify, Anchor FM, Stitcher, Apple, Amazon, wherever your favorite aggregator is, podcast. You guys can follow us there if you guys like audio versions. The Spotify version is the actual video as well, and everybody else gets the audio, but Spotify has the video too.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's some technology.
Which is cool because if you try to like watch a video on YouTube, you know, and like your phone locks, it signs you out, like it stops the video and stuff. I don't think it does that on Spotify. So you can just watch this and lock it and finish going to the gym or whatever you're doing.
I do kind of feel sorry for anybody listening to this particular podcast because they missed the technical difficulties sign from The Simpsons. That was on for like 5 minutes. That was the highlight.
You can watch that on the Spotify version or on the repeat here on YouTube too. So
right, that's true.
All right, everybody. So thanks again, everybody showing up. Appreciate it. Everybody have a great night. Where's the goodbye video?
Peace
whatever.
Love. Peace
in broadcast.
Love.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
There it is.
Good night, everyone.